Floating garden on Powell Lake, British Columbia. A snowy day in winter. Not much accumulation. If you like boats, this particular floating cabin is a great place to be. Let me take you for a little tour of the Marina here. This is a Hughescraft Ocean Pro 22-foot metal boat used for traveling back and forth to town with a 200 horsepower outboard and a 9.9 horsepower kicker. This particular boat is temporarily stored here, free parking, you know. It's a Bayliner 2452, so a 24.5-foot Bayliner. Really built for traveling and exploring on the ocean, the nearby Chuck as we call it. But here for the winter to get a nice freshwater rinse and a little loving attention in the heart of winter. Very unique boat back here. This is a barge, self-propelled by a 50 horsepower outboard engine. Two quads aboard. They're Kodiak 450s built by Yamaha. And this vessel is designed to take us to explorations around the lake at the various barge docks that the logging companies have, and all the wonderful logging roads that they built just for us to go to the interior. Here is a boat up in temporary storage because of the weather. It's a 12-foot tin boat with a 9.9 outboard on it, used for beating around the cabin and doing tasks like moving logs around, etc. Speaking of logs, here's a floating woodshed with enough wood here in January to last us probably throughout the winter till everything warms up in March and April. Need to keep the weight off the floating deck of the cabin, so a floating woodshed does the trick. This old boat is engineless and originally intended as my writer's retreat, and now used mostly for storage of things like heavy lead acid batteries that are used with the solar panels and the wind generator to produce electricity for the cabin, once again keeping the heavy weight off of the floating structure of the cabin itself. And now one final boat I want to introduce you to. This is a sailboat, a day sailor. That is a sailboat used primarily for learning to sail, at least that's what I'm doing, and just beating around the lake, not necessarily overnight, although you could go overnight with it. It's a beauty, isn't it? 19-foot O'Day Mariner. A lot of fun when the weather is a little bit different than today.